This awesome sounding 12-bar blues is combining leads and chords into one guitar part, which makes this a terrific thing to play when you're all alone, feeling blue. Downloadable tabs PDF files are available on my Patreon page. Soloing in blues can be quite confusing with all the ambiguity going on. This example is in A major, and it combines the minor and major pentatonic, the blues scale, and even the Dorian and the Mixolydian mode. A minor scale over a major chord? Yes. The dissonance between the minor third and the major third of the dominant 7th chord gives it that bluesy feel. It's a stylistic feature of blues, playing stuff with a minor tonality over a major or a dominant 7th chord. Okay, but Dorian, Mixolydian... These are two modes that fit the blues like no other. For example, when we change from A to D7, we get the F sharp, the 3rd from D, and the C, the flat 7th from D. Two notes used in the A Dorian mode. Now it's just a matter of feeling the 12 bars. Knowing where the chords are when you're playing, and change your note choice accordingly. Of course, it is necessary to make it that complicated. I mean, Stevie Ray Vaughan just played a blues scale mostly. But since neither of us is Stevie Ray Vaughan, we might just need that extra touch to make it sound from a run-of-the-mill one to a lovely sounding blues lick. So this blues starts with a pickup bar where we bend fret 7 a whole note, the D to E. Followed by a small bar on the 2nd and the 1st string where we press our index finger on fret 5. And then we go back to string 2. Then on the bottom string we play fret 8 followed by a 5. Followed by an 8-5 and an 8-7 on the 2nd and the 3rd string. And note that this pattern is grouped in triplets. The first notes start at the 3rd triplet of the 1st beat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So please keep that in mind. So the first pickup bar is like this. And to make it sound a little more bluesy, you can slightly bend the 8 on the 1st string. We continue with bar number 1, the official first bar. It starts on fret 5 on the 3rd string with a hammer on to fret 6. This is the minor note resolving to a major note since we're playing an A major, dominant 7. Followed by an A, fret 7 on the G string. And then we play 2 open A strings. You can palm mute those slightly. The next thing is a small bar on the 2nd, 3rd and 4th string where you play them together. And immediately after you play those notes, you do a hammer on with your middle finger on the 3rd string on fret 6. A so-called grace note. And then you play the D, 7, 7 and 7 on the 2nd, the 3rd and the 4th string. Immediately followed by the same thing again, the 5, 6, 5. So the first bar. First 2 bars in total. Very nice. So now we go to a similar pattern, a little bit different. Just a pattern in the blues scale. We begin the same by bending the 3rd string up, followed by 5, 5, 5 on the bottom 2 strings, and keep your index finger pressed down whilst playing that lick. Back to fret 8 on the 2nd string, to 5, 8, 7 and 5 on the 3rd string, followed by an A, fret 7 on the D string. And And this lick starts at the same point, the third triplet of the first beat. Then we go to a position number 2, where we do a hammer-on from the 3rd to the 4th on the A string, followed by fret 2 of the 3rd string. This is basically the same as this, but then that is an octave lower. And then we play the same thing, but then ending on a high A, 6, 5 and 5, which is an A triad. Now the 4th bar of the A chord. So it's basically the same lick, then changed slightly because we're going up to fret number 10. And then 8, 5, 8, 5, 8, and then you slide that 8 into the 10. So we change positions. And then we play a small double stop of the D major chord, fret 11 and 10. And don't forget to vibrato this. You can do it pretty wide. Followed by 2 D strings. And now we do exactly the same as we did at the A, but now at D. 10, 11, 10. Followed by the grace note. Your ring finger plays 12, 12, 12. And then back to the same thing. The last note has to be a staccato, which means play it short. Now over to the 6th bar, the 2nd D7, that lick. So we slide into the 11, and this is the Dorian note of the A scale. Sounds very bluesy indeed. So we slide into the 11 with your middle finger, and then we play 2 times the A. And we bend fret 12 a half note, because this note, the C, is the 7 from the D dominant 7. Pull off from 12 to 10, followed by the 11 again. Followed by the A again, fret 10 on the 2nd string. You end on a small, short note, fret 12, and you bend it slightly, a half note. Slowly. And now we play an inversion of the A7 chord. So it's an open A string, and then we play the 3rd, the 5th, and the flat 7. Fret 11, 9 and 8. Now we go back to the same old lick, to the turnaround, the E7. It's just fret 4 and 4. And this makes an E7 chord, so 4 on the 3rd string and 4 on the 1st string. Followed by a D, fret 3 on the 2nd string. And then chromatically down to D. So from the 9th bar, now we landed on the D chord from the D7. And this lick is very nice. It starts on the 5th fret on the 3rd string. And this lick, I'm using a technique I did a whole video about. It's a sliding technique. So if you think this sounds cool, definitely check that video out. So this lick is played in A Dorian, which fits the D7 chord beautifully. So we start on 5 on the G string, followed by 7 on the B string, and 5 on the E string. And note that this is a D7 arpeggio. followed by a B. And now we do the rapid hammer on and sliding thing. So we slide from 7 to 8 and back to 7. And a pull off to 7. And then back to 7. And then 5, 8 and 7 on the second string. And then we go to the A7 again, which begins the same as usual. A hammer on from 5 to 6, followed by an A7 on the A string. And now we do the same lick we started with, which is our 12th bar. I'm gonna play it slowly one time so you can check it out. That's it. So that was just one example, but maybe it can give you some insight on what notes to choose on what particular chord in a blues scale. Make sure to practice this with backing tracks and improvise a lot with backing tracks, because that's the only way the blues 12 bars will grow into your system. Have a great day, and if you liked this video, please share it, subscribe, click the like button or click the dislike button and tell me why you didn't like it, please. Have a great day. Goodbye.